If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash.
I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super under center song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win, just cash.
We coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win, they wanna limit me cause I win. Just cash. If you love making money and wanna win, just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash.
Hey, hold up. Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit. You fuck off. Hey,
Just cash.
Hey, what's going on, E?
Yo, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. It is Monday. We're coming at you with a little bit of just cash. Hey, what's going on?
Perfect timing and everything. What's up, bro? Monday. How you feeling? Monday. Feeling good? Ready to win money?
Yeah, man. Hopefully, looking to run it back. We had, I think, a pretty stellar and a pretty solid weekend. So just to kind of recap for you guys, if you missed out, the Friday day stream was an absolute banger. We had a full sweep, either 5 or 6 plays, green across the board. So phenomenal start to the day. And if you thought the nighttime stream, we went 3-2. Had a little bit of, unfortunate luck with, I think, the first 2 plays or something like that, but still ended out in the positive. And we had a ton of bets that dropped also in the Discord on Friday morning as well. So before we hop into it, if you guys do us a huge favor, make sure and hit that like and subscribe button. We were, I think, 26 shy, or no, 16 shy of...
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, 16 shy of hitting that big 1K, so we appreciate you guys so much. Super excited. Honestly, can't wait to, hit this mile marker and see what's around the corner for us. So love you guys. Appreciate it as always. And where you can really find the goods are going to be in the Discord. So links down below for that. Still running a 7-day free trial. Make sure you guys hop in. That's where, like today, for example, we got a board full of bumps. So if you guys are playing right now, you're catching late value, or probably not catching any value, catching the bumps, but overnight stuff and the daytime. So make sure you hop in there. Check it out. 7-day free trial.
Yeah. I see Caleb, you got a really good idea. He said, you need a D-Gens Unite song. That is a great idea. That is a fucking great idea. Holy shit, that's a good one. I already hear it. Need the right beat. Yeah, man.
You've been in the labs lately.
Easy. That's and my girl just got me this new syrup. This new cannabis, I guess they call it these days. Cannabis syrup. Woo-hoo. That puts me right where I need to be to make songs like that. D-Gens Unite. It's going to be good. Good idea, Caleb. Thank you for that. That's dope. AOD would love it. I got to have AOD talk at the beginning. Hell yes.
Alrighty. So let's see what we got going on today. Oh, how was your weekend, man? Before we hop into it.
I'm trying to think. I feel like it was the same as always. The only thing was there was no UFC. My fam left for a volleyball tournament, so I had the house to myself. So I could watch college basketball all day loud with my dog. Can't complain, man. We won a lot of money. like you said, we swept on Friday. Saturday was pretty good. Sunday we had football, and that was amazing. I did a bunch of DGen plays, and I think I went like 7-3 or 7-4. Not too bad. So every day made some money. When you have weekends like that, you can't complain. Everyone's healthy that I know. My dad's birthday today. Living good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, chilling.
Nice. Hell yeah, man. As a very avid Josh Allen fan, I gotta ask, man, thoughts on the game?
Well, I mean, the Chiefs are good. Can't take it away from them. Chiefs are good. Mahomes is definitely, man, he's definitely the best. Josh Allen has some things about his game that make him similar, but he just hasn't pulled it over the line and got the actual dub yet. That one play, though, I will say on 4th and 1, when they did their little tush push shit, that could have gone either way. And that was a pivotal moment in the game. So if they weren't in Kansas City, they might have called it differently, to be honest. Even the announcers were like, and the dude who comes in and talks, they're like, you know what? I think a third of that football was over that line. But anyways. And then Mahomes just got the ball and went down, took the lead, took the whole, feeling of the game. And from then on, it was Chiefs. Well, it was a really good game, and it is what it is. They'll be back.
Oh, yeah. No, there's definitely, I think, some really bright spots in that game all around. And it's, at least on the side of Buffalo, I think just a couple of receiving, mostly the receivers. I think he just needs a couple more really reliable threads because, it was a difficult catch to make, but any superstar, not a knock on, was it Kincaid or whoever that last potential catch was, but like, dog, you got to have that. Like that has to be a catch.
Yeah, that was unfortunate too, for sure. I don't put it on him though. I just, it wasn't like he was Mark Andrews or anything. That was a whole different story. So I don't really put it on him. It would have been a spectacular catch. Yes, in the NFL, you're supposed to make catches like that, but shit happens. I don't put it on him. It was a good blitz by the defense that had Josh Allen scrambling on that 4th down anyway, so it was just a Hail Mary little toss-up. It would have just been amazing if he caught it. So definitely don't put it on him for the L. It was a good game, though. Good game. That's why we love watching it. Could have gone either way. A few of the different little things that happened.
Oh, absolutely. So we'll get a nice 2 weeks off from the from football, and then get the Super Bowl. We got some pretty dramatic WNBA news to talk about in a little bit as well. So as you guys can see, we got a pretty light list today. It's a small slate, nothing too crazy going on. A lot of line movement already. More or less all these plays are already bumped. So we're just going to kind of recap. We'll take a look and see if there's a little bit more value left on the board. But again, Discord's going to be where you're going to be getting the most value. So make sure you guys are hopping in there. And tomorrow should be a nice slate. Tuesdays have always been jam-packed, so we will definitely be looking forward to running it back tomorrow. But let's talk about, we got a couple really familiar plays here. The first 3, pretty obvious. We've been playing them a bunch the last couple slates. And then you got a spicy little underplay with an alt line. So let's talk about them. We're going to talk about big Wesley Yates, 11.5 points, and I believe he opened at 15.5 PRA. We had a lot of interest in both of them. He's now 12.5 and I believe 16.5 PRA. Let's take a look. Oh, no. So he's still 12.5 points. I will say I would definitely jump on this 15.5 PRA before that bumps. Really good shot at that. We've already seen the RA take a payout ding. They move the points out right, and not moving this, leads me to believe this just hasn't, really flown on the radar yet. Underdog's been very behind today. There's a lot of news that's already broke that they haven't reacted to. We'll talk about one of those plays in a minute for the big Unrivaled game tonight. But Wesley Yates, yeah, so the 11.5 points, and then for here on Underdog, you can still get the 15.5 PRA. If you guys have parlay play, they also have them available at the 11.5 for slightly better payout. But either way, Big Yates, he has been the man since he started with a 5. Last 10 games, You can see obviously minutes coming way, way up. Usage rating continues to climb. This last game is coming off of a 25% usage rating, which is really solid. Put up 17 points. Isn't there another game behind this? Am I tripping? Okay, no. Yeah, he was coming off that weird game with no RA, which honestly we haven't really seen much of that since he moved in the starting 5.
But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but that RA at 15.5 and the points at 12.5. Now it's silly to take the points. That 15.5 is crazy. There's no way 0-0 last game. That was just a freak chance. He should definitely get at least 3 RA.
Do you want to add that on the list now?
Yeah, I
or
could
just
do
kind
that.
of as a little extra hedge for
I think we should. Yeah, I think we did get the 11.5 last night in the Discord, but of course that's the Discord, and we are now on the stream. So best play available is probably that 15.5 PRA.
So.
Okay, let's just I'll just put it in there as well. Let's see, where's that at? Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like you said, man, he's just got a lot more usage and minutes in the last couple weeks, and he's one of their go-to guys. I mean, 17 points last game. He's arguably one of their leading scorers, if not their leading scorer. And so the matchup is a little bit of the scary part of this, because UCLA is no slouch, but I mean, his lines are just too low to ignore. So I definitely played the points. I have not played the 15.5 PRA, but I probably should, huh?
Yeah, we should definitely get that in something. Real good chance that he's going to go up to 16.5. I saw a couple sites did already, so I'm kind of surprised that Underdog is being last of the party here, but 15.5 looks really solid. He is coming off of a game, like we said, where he didn't get any RA, which is kind of crazy. He has definitely been pacing to be one of the lead scorers. I mean, honestly, it's just been him and Claude, the 1A, 1B. But I do like Yates' ability to get through the free throw line quite a bit. He's a very crafty shooter. Doesn't really take a whole lot of threes, so he is living in that mid-range and driving to the basket, which we do like to see. It's more consistent shooting. And as long as the game stays close, he's playing pretty solid minutes. I mean, these two different games here were, this one was a blowout, and I believe he got into foul trouble in this game, but it still also ended up being a blowout too. So came up short in those two, and all three of these games really were just blowouts in general. But the competitive games, you can see really spiked minutes, 36, 37, even some 40 burgers. I like him, man. I'm not too scared of the matchup. They are at home, and that's last
big.
Game.
Yeah, that's big being at home for sure.
The biggest
they are
appeal,
in LA
I think,
anyways, right? It's the Battle of LA.
Huh?
But it's a Battle of LA anyways, so it's not like that far of a drive to go to either home game if you're a UCLA fan too.
No, 100%. So the travel and all that stuff isn't or shouldn't be a factor. It's really just, is the game going to stay close, and can he keep his hands to himself? I'm not worried about the matchup on the other side. I believe he's going up against Kobe. Where's he at?
3 times here. What's up? 3 time. He said, "What up, everybody? Happy Monday. What is your best bet for today?" Just want to throw that out there. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I mean, probably Yates here, man. His lines are too low. He's been a very consistent person since joining the starting 5. Going up against Kobe Johnson, I mean, doesn't really scare me. He's not a great defender by any means. And the fact that, so I think the points were initially the biggest appeal because he was 13.5 the game before, and they actually, I believe, bumped him up to 14.5 right before locks. So even still, I mean, he was 13.5, and they moved him all the way back down to 11.5. That's kind of weird. But now, I mean, hey, if they're going to adjust that and leave the PRA the same, then I'm totally fine with him coming off of a 0 RA game. He's got to at least get, I would pencil him down for like 4 RA, easy.
Mm-hmm. So that drops basically the points down to 11.5 again. So yeah. So you're saying at this point your E-Dog play of the day at this point is the 15.5 PRA, Yates.
Yeah, either one of these two. I like Yates today a lot. I think he's going to get it done for us.
Now,
Just low lines.
You were talking about Yates now, and then we also were talking about Claude yesterday a little bit last night, and I was like, it's just a little too high, but now they bumped him down. Is that interesting to you, or are you just going to pass on him? I mean, he's their number one player, it seems now.
I'll still probably, just being transparent, I'll still probably split a half and half over Yates, and then now that they moved Claude, his PRA. I mean, to be honest, I was still kind of interested in the 24.5, and I believe he was 16.5 points. But the PRA for sure, 23.5 is just a little bit too low. He's been very consistent with the RA, but
you want me to add that to the list?
What's up?
Actually, you want me to add that to the list? 23.5 PRA on the bottom.
Yeah, we'll do it literally just as a hedge. It's strictly a hedge to Yates. Like, that's it.
Can't play them both.
I mean, you can. They both got their last game, but the pace is a little bit, worrisome. Or not even necessarily the pace as much as, like, it could be a slightly tougher matchup for him specifically. But I do like him. I mean, one of these two players is going to get there, if not both of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe if you wanted to do Yates, if you like Yates the best, you could do full unit on Yates, half on Claude, maybe. Kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, that'll at least, assuming they both don't crap the bed, I mean, you should at least break even. If not, the best of both worlds, you hit them both.
Total 138.5. We have 141 on there. So it's a little lower, actually. UCLA does bring the pace down, and they are pretty damn good on defense. Now if Tyler B is out, though, that's a whole nother situation, too. Do you think he improves the defense being there, or does that not really matter?
I mean, I don't think he improves the defense that much. I mean, he's a very low stock guy anyway, so it's not like he's imposing anything. Now, obviously, he's 6'9", so it's nothing too crazy. I mean, I think it impacts the offense more than anything, and maybe some of the playmaking as well. But as far as like paint presence, I don't think that's anything too dramatic. Now, let's take a look at the other dude though, because this guy's 7'3", and he actually had himself a game. That's tough to say, man. I think I would be a little bit more worried about this dude starting, though, because this guy definitely is a stock machine.
I wonder if he plays.
Yeah, man. We really need to know that because, I mean, it's two totally different centers. I think their defense is worse with Tyler starting, but with Mara, he's way more of a paint presence. And he doesn't foul a lot, too. But, I mean, this dude is... I mean, look at the usage with the minutes, man. If his minutes come up, I mean, we're talking... I'm seeing some 39s and some 42% usage rating. Like, that's way over Tyler. I mean, that's insane.
I bet you if they give us his props last minute, I bet you they'll be playable. I'm having a feeling that he'll probably be at like 11.5 points and 5.5 rebounds or something. Maybe we can get his PR at like 18.5. I don't know. That might be a play too, though, right?
Yeah, or dare him to give us fantasy. I would even consider his 1.5 blocks if they offered that as a prop. This dude can really get after it.
We know Claude and Yates like to drive to the hole too and probably test them.
Yeah. Oh, Yates especially, for sure.
Yeah, USC turned into one of the teams that are fun to watch. Definitely like those guys.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for that news.
They just have Terrence Williams game time on shitty RotoWire. I was thinking, why isn't Yates in that starting lineup? Okay, never mind. Okay, cool. So let me write Claude at the bottom. Should we put like half unit by him or just leave it alone and let it be a verbal thing, not put him on the list?
We could do a half unit. I mean, if we're talking straight betting, that's a safer play.
All right.
All right, so I think honestly that's most of the interest we're really going to have there. I mean, we can't do anything on UCLA until we get that news. So let's go ahead and move on from that game. We'll talk about this Iowa State and Arizona matchup, which I think this is going to be a nice little track meet. These two teams don't know what defense is.
Yeah, man. And you got Big Curtis. It's been balling.
Yeah, dude, he's been just on an absolute tear. He was being nominated for Sixth Man of the Year, and then injuries to a starter, they ended up putting him back into the starting unit, and he's just playing an insane amount of minutes right now. This dude's got all the usage in the world, and he's taking those shots. So two biggest things kind of going in his positive direction. One, he's got a really, really clean three-point and mid-range shot. Love to see it. And he's been fooling a lot of defenses with that pump fake drive to the basket. So we're seeing the free throws come up a little bit more than what he was doing off the bench. But another thing that I really like about him as well is the consistent rebounds we've seen, in particular, moving into the starting unit. So we've seen, flashes of this off and on with the bench unit, but that wasn't really his forte. But now, I mean, 6, 8, 8, and 7 in the last 4 at start. That's pretty impressive. So he's playing a lot more in that, traditional small forward role, but a mixed bag shooter. The 3-point attempts have been very consistent all season already. But as I mentioned, he's getting more crafty, getting to the free throw line a little bit more than none. And the rebounds are really nice. So 2 props for him that stood out. If you can still find the points at 18.5, I think that's very sharp. This dude's been just a walking 20 bomb every game. And on some sites, they still have him at 24.5 points plus rebound, which I think, parlay play if you guys have it. He is still available here, and actually a normal payout. So this is just an outright, wrong line. He should be 25.5, different payout. But I love this. He's, just a very consistent player. So if you guys can find one of those 2 options, I would definitely look into that. I love him, man. He's got the right stuff. It's everything we need in a guard.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch him too. If you can get that lower line, we got that in last night. Again, like you said, being in the Discord helps getting that value early. So if you aren't in the Discord and you're just here to find some college plays, make sure you join the Discord, because you will get better value, which in turn will make you more money, which is the point, all right? CDOT says Yates PRA is at 16.5 on PrizePicks already. So that's bumping.
Yeah, PrizePicks is actually on it today. Personally, I'm not playing anything over there. They've already chopped and screwed the boards left and right. So
Chopped and screwed
good there.
the boards. Okay, I like that.
Yep. Underdog is going to be where the money's at today.
Yeah, you better get it in too, because that could be bumping here shortly. Wonder if
Did we
it's
get
on
any alt lines yet?
Old Fliff Dog. I wonder what they got on old Fliff Dog. Might have to throw that in too. Oh, I know where else I can.
Interesting.
What's up? Oh,
They have Curtis for this kind
Oopsie.
of slight little discrepancy. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
yeah. It's definitely better than playing the 20.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, Curtis, as you guys can see, very consistent, and I'm curious to see what that. There's no way he's plus money for under this. That can't be right. That's pretty crazy, man. I would actually even consider minus 108 on FanDuel. Oh, if you got that, that's not right. He should be way heavy favorite for this.
FanDuel always has a lot of good value. Every day they seem to have just the better value. AOD says, yo, underrated, let's roll. Yo, E, let's roll. And he says, Cooper Flag, let's roll. Yeah, we'll talk about Big Coop in a minute.
Where are they getting these lines from?
I don't know, but they definitely have a lot of value at different times. I know Caleb's been saying it too. He's been getting some good value the night before. But even right now, yeah, it looks decent. I'm trying to get me my Yates PRA in over here.
Yeah, I don't even see the lines aren't even up on Underdog, so or not Underdog, on under FanDuel, God, let me get it together today. I don't see any lines on FanDuel, so I'm really surprised that he is that 24.5. Yeah, that's weird. That can't be right. Let me hit the update real fast and see if they fixed it. No. Okay. Well, if it comes back on FanDuel, I would definitely snap that up. That's not right. I like him, man. Again, this dude's just been playing out of his mind, and he is the best player on the team. So 18.5, you can get it. Would you play the 19.5 or no?
Me personally, I wouldn't, just because we got it at better value already, and it just feels wrong. Yeah, I just wouldn't be happy if he got 19. I'd just be like, that sucks. So just from that, I'd pass and definitely play the PR instead if you can find that 24.5. And I mean, I've been telling people too, there's a site that has alt lines. If you got those kind of things, I played Curtis PR at 20 plus, so 19.5, and then just added Iowa State plus 8.5, I think. And it made it playable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that, those kind of things feel even better. If you feel like you're reaching on a player like that, there's usually better ways to go about it and get some exposure to them. Pause. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. It makes sense. So shop around. If you guys, again, we talk about it all the time. Make sure you have as many different sites and as much just variety. That way you can just find that one play when it's still hanging around.
Definitely. That's half the battle right there. Finding the plays. Finding the value for the plays is actually, to me, more than half. Who cares if you can find the prop if you only have PrizePicks or something? You're going to lose.
Yeah. Well, we got any questions, comments right now?
Let's see. I don't think anyone threw any questions about college yet, but if anyone does or has an idea, throw it in there. We got Big Caleb's here, the man. He's been riding with some Bet Online alt plays with me. Oh, E2 free youngin. Yeah, he said he got some Bet Online last night too. So we're gonna have a Bet Online Discord here soon. C Dot says free youngin. You know what I mean? If you guys look at the scrolling on the bottom, I wrote hashtag free youngin at the end of that little scroll as well to hope to give youngin some good luck. Get him back here soon. Caleb says, I think he meant intro slaps every time. Appreciate you, bro. He says, just win. If you love making, just win. Okay. He says, need a D-Gens Unite. Yeah, D-Gens Unite song. Thank you, bro. That is awesome. You reminded me again. I forgot already. J-Nug says, cashing all day. Let's finish strong. J-Nug, you've been cashing already? Must have been esports in it.
He was cooking up some heat in the wee hours of the morning. I saw that. Very nice work, sir. Very nice as usual.
Yeah, Big Nug. E2 says Kincaid is a bum.
You gotta make the catch if it hits you in the hands.
Kincaid was coming into the season like one of the top young tight end, with Josh Allen. He was supposed to basically take over and be one of the top guys, and he didn't really do what he was supposed to do this season. So hopefully he can get it back next year, because I forget what you say, but I have him on my dynasty team, so I need his punk ass to do better. Maybe that's why I'm not as mad at him. But anyways, C-Dot says Josh needs help. Josh Allen. Kincaid should have caught that ball. Not sure if Worthy caught that ball. He dove and took to the ground, which set up the TD that led to the Chiefs taking a 29-22 lead. Game of inches. Yeah. Just like that little 4th and 1 tushy pushy. That was crazy. Yeah. Then C-Dot says Yates bumped already. Ayo says Cooper flag. And then E2 says is Curtis playable at 19.5? I don't know. You already played it.
If you're gonna do it,
yeah.
Strictly this specific one for the 1.01. He should probably be closer to like a 0.9 something. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play the bump, that or just scoop up the 24.5 PR.
Right, I agree. But E2, you played it with me last night. We played the 18.5 on Hot Streak. Jay, he wants more. He wants more. Curtis. J-Nug says, I need all the monies today. Underrated esports didn't give me enough. LOL, I need it all. Nug needs all the money today. Okay. I feel you.
Well,
See, that's it.
Real fast.
Huh?
Oh, I was gonna say real fast. Now that we're talking about Yates, his payout, I believe, just adjusted once. So real good shot that this is just gonna move.
I know. Damn, you stopped me getting it in on Fliff. Yates, where are you at? Ooh, 15.5. Minus 145. So what am I adding to that, you ask? Do you know what I'm adding to it?
What do you add?
You know. Iowa State plus 9.5. Gives me plus 125. What do you think about that?
It's a solid play. Solid play.
I mean,
They should be able to hold it down.
That's what I was going to say. Is Arizona going to blow them out or beat them by 10 or more? I guess they could. I'm rolling with it. Fuck it. Let's go, Iowa State. We didn't get this far betting like pussies. We're in. Boom.
There you go.
C-Dot says, DZ got us cashing in the Discord with his soccer plays. Man, those soccer plays, we can't even explain how good they've been lately, right?
Dude, he's been on an absolute fire through the weekend. I think he had one bad, air quotes on the bad, one bad start to a morning, and the last like 4 or 5 days has just been insane cash after insane cash.
Yeah, you can tell because he's like one of the most humble dudes, and when he's even admitting that he's just on a crazy winning streak, you just know that it's good. So, because I was like, I've heard you've been winning in there. He goes, you heard right. I was like, okay, I like that. So that's funny. E2 says, I want more Curtis.
Pause.
Well, I mean,
But you do.
I bet you do. Anyways, well, wherever Youngin's at, shout out to you, big Youngins. Hopefully we'll get him back here soon. So we went over Yates. You went over Claude. You went over Curtis. Big Coop time. Poster boy.
Yeah, man. Just another one of those players. He's just a walking 20 bomb. I think the only thing that really kind of, didn't have us on a full sin was his game total. It's only 133.5, which is, it's definitely low. We're not even gonna lie about that one. But, Flag, he's been doing his thing all season. Even this last game, he was still very productive. And he isn't home, so I always like the home road narrative for him. He definitely likes to show out in front of the home crowd. This last game was a lot closer than we thought it was going to be, and the first half was just terrible, man. Like crazy low scoring, very inefficient, lots of turnover. I think Flag had like 4 turnovers in the first half, but the turnovers are coming with his production. So, his RA has been on the rise. He's been very consistent as far as playmaking, especially over the last month. We're seeing a lot of assist action, but I also think that's coming at the cost of teams that are trying to double him. And that's really still not working. Dude's just so crafty. He's getting to the free throw line an insane amount already now. So that's going to be something that I think we're going to see develop more and more in his game. I'm a low-key keep him on the radar for like a triple-double game at some point. Bro, if we get the odds for that, I bet they would be insane.
Big Coop. Big Coop. Definitely the best player in college. It's not even debatable.
Yeah, man. Very, very consistent. And a lot of these games that are, obviously, we'll say a poor performance as far as his metrics, he really didn't have to do a whole lot. This road game was a very difficult one for him, but this was also in the start of the season where we're still seeing him, develop as a player. And a lot of these games were just, Duke coming in and putting a thumping on him, so he didn't have to do anything. A lot of the times that ends up being the case. We'll see the scoring go way, way down, and the assist and playmaking will come up. But he's at home. I think he's only missed this line like twice or once all season at home, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3 times all season, excluding this little part right here. But these weren't competitive games anyways. So if we can get a recipe, more or less, this dude go out and play minutes in a close game. He's been very live for 20 or more points every single game. So 19.5 is going to be the one we're really looking for here. And I like it, man. I don't think this team can slow him down today.
Definitely. The 19.5 feels great. he can get 20 anytime. It's not even hard for him. It's just if he wants to. So the game stays somewhat close. He's getting that. He takes the game over when it's half close, and there's no way he's missing 20 points. But the only problem would be if they blow him out, and the game is slow. So NC State plays slow. Only thing, the total's down, but it's still Coop, so you kind of got to do it. If you can get 19.5, you kind of got to go with it.
I think so, man. And I am definitely in favor of this on-court matchup. Big Styles is a much smaller defender. He's only 6'6", a little bit lighter. Flag is 6'9", and a growing boy. I think he's going to be able to put the moves on this guy and absolutely cook him. This dude is a very sketchy player, very up and down all season. The only thing is he doesn't foul a lot, so I wouldn't expect Flag specifically to catch a lot of fouls and free throw attempts from him. But the crossovers, the pick and rolls have been very nasty against a lot of opponents, and we just need a very marginal output from him, and he should be good for 20 points here. So I like him. I think, just spin the wheel as many times as we can while the prop is under 20.
For sure. Do you ever get ashes on your keyboard? I hate that.
I do not. No. Unless I'm smoking a blunt or something like that, but no.
Okay. J Nug says, how do y'all feel about Vlad's first half? Vetislav.
Yeah, he's not bad. Oh, man. Shout out to Big Wet, man. He was totally right. All right, so Vlad is questionable. I would assume he's going to be out.
What does it say?
We had a little... he's a game time decision now.
Let's see what else we can find.
Yeah, so I would assume he's just going to be out real fast. Let's take a look at that. Shout out to Big Wet with the insider info. Appreciate it, big dog. All right, so real fast, they're definitely going to move some props, if not already. Where are we at? All right, so Vladio being out, that's going to free up a ton of usage for two main players. One of them is going to be Danny Wolf, which it looks like they already bumped him up. They didn't touch the fantasy.
But it's high, isn't it? I mean, I know he gets a lot of assists, but damn.
Yeah. And then another player that you were pretty interested was going to be Burnett. I think this PRA or the points are quite low for him.
I think that could work, especially if old Vlad's out. I mean, only, I would say. If Vlad's out, I probably will play a little half on that for fun. I don't know if I love it, though. What do you think about the chance of Michigan not getting it done without Vlad? Think Penn State got a shot?
Oh, it's definitely possible. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. But, I mean, they play a lot of fundamental ball, too. Oh, no. I would not take any unders for Danny Wolf now.
Googly-eyed UFC ring girl says, good call on the Vlad maybe out. I was literally about to bet on him. There you go. But at the same time, he might not be out. Depends on how you like to bet, but if your player's questionable, sometimes it's good to not bet it anyways, because who knows, you might go in and get hurt and play a minute and you lose. So, if you're okay with passing, it's probably a pass now.
Yeah, it looks like that news got leaked a little bit earlier than what we saw come through. I mean, Hot Streak's already got Danny Wolf adjusted. Trey Donaldson.
What did they do to Wolf? What did they change? His points?
He was at 12.5 points.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was at 8.5 rebounds as well. So that hasn't really changed. Let's see if parlay play changed up anything. Nope. All right. Well, we can still get Wolf at 12.5 points here. Yeah, they didn't move the fantasy. I believe he was at 33 fantasy all day, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see real fast.
I bet you can get Wolf out on Hot Streak. They don't move shit.
Yeah, that was the same fantasy line he opened with, so I wouldn't mind that if you had to take a stab on Underdog. Man, he comes with a lot of damn turnovers, so that's the only thing I don't like about this dude. His PRA would be way more ideal. I mean, yeah, almost 13 PRA, so he's probably at least 26. I doubt he's 25.5 PRA. He's probably 26.
Let's take a peek on good old Outlier. I see 26.5 on shit picks. Yeah, looks like it's the only spot. Shit picks. It's weird. Oh, shit picks. Googly-eyed UFC ring girl says Trey Donaldson points at 12 tonight. Interesting. Trey Donaldson.
Yeah, his points in PR, I think, are getting even more of a look now. I mean, PRA is kind of up there. He's normally like 19, 20 range, but his PR has been 16 and 17.5 for the last like 3 slates.
You
The
like
12.5 points is pretty solid. Let's see what this on-court matchup's looking like.
I mean, if Golden
Now
if Golden and Tyler are out, UCLA and Michigan, there's something in there we got to get. You know? Got to figure that out.
It might be this Burnett, dude, honestly. I mean, we saw the last 2 games, the usage rating come up a little bit more. One was a competitive game, the other
Look
one.
at his minutes in the last like 7-8 games compared to like his first half of the season. It's ridiculously different.
Yeah.
That last game that was a little scary. Or was that a blowout?
Yeah.
Oh, that was okay, good. Yeah. There you go. That's not a bad one. We just need that news. So Tyler Bilodeau and Vlad Golden.
Vlad.
All right.
Yeah.
Those are big pieces.
Just kind of, talking out loud here. I think Burnett and Danny for sure. Danny's going to pick up the most usage, like hands down. But he's a very volatile player. I don't know if I want to chase the 33.5 fantasy because that guy's not been about that in the last like 3 weeks or 2 weeks at least.
I honestly don't even want to touch him. Like you said, he's been too shit lately.
Burnett's really interesting just because, I mean, we've seen some of the flash of upside here more recently. And if he's coming in now on a 3rd game, potentially still with that momentum, 11.5 points is pretty low. Or even, I think the 13.5 PA, one of those two is very, very low.
Now, C-Dot and Ring Girl have said Eric Daly. And that's somebody we were looking at regardless of the news. I like him when he's on his game, but damn those fouls sometimes. And we've learned in college, those dang fouls are way more critical than the NBA. You get a foul, you're like, oh shit, if he gets one more, he's not playing the rest of the half. So that's a big thing to think about with Daly. Although, I do like him. I did play him at 11.5 earlier.
Yeah, so different game here. Obviously, switching gears for a second. Eric Daly, I do like. I like both the points and the PRA currently. If we get news that Tyler's going to be out, so if he plays, I think it's going to make it a lot more scary for us. I'm probably good on that personally. But if he's out, I do like the PRA. The assist is a little bit more fluky. It's very hit or miss for him. But if that added usage should be pretty huge for him. Also, with that being said, that's one of their major outlets for scoring in Tyler. So that, kind of a double-edged sword there. He does do a lot of pick and roll action on the inside with him. I don't mind it, but I think the best value for him on the surface, probably, definitely the points and then maybe even just the PR, honestly. I don't know how much I trust this playmaking.
Okay, that's interesting. Eric says, yo,
I was just gonna wrap on this first game here real fast. So I'm gonna assume Vlad is out. I think there's been one time all season that we've gotten a midday Q tag or midday anything for anybody, and the guy's actually played. So I'm gonna look at, I think, Burnett PRA and then Trey Donaldson PR. Yeah, one of
Oh,
those
they
two.
added my homie Kern. How come they always add Kern for Penn State? They always add him late. What is up with that? Damn, he's high. He's high.
They don't know what. They don't know what to do with him.
Weird.
Well, he's a recent starter, right?
Yeah. He's been balling.
Oh yeah, for Puff.
He's been balling. Look at that. No wonder his props are so high. So they're definitely caught on to him.
Yeah. No, I mean they had it last game. We were even speculating on playing him, and he crushed that.
Here's a good one. I like this this new person here. UFC Ring Girl says Penn State can't stop big men, and Wolf is due for a 20-point banger. I mean, I could definitely see that too. But do you want to bet on that?
Yeah.
Do you want to bet on that? I personally do not. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. But fuck, we need him to really come through, and you might be onto something though. I don't know. But I love the comments, and I love the questions, making us think about some other stuff. What's up?
I really want the PRA above anything else. I don't want the turnover downside from this guy. We played him so many times for his turnovers this season.
Yeah.
This dude is Mr. Butterfingers. Now, phenomenal in the paint. I think he's very live for 8 to 10 rebound game, especially if Vlad is going to be out. The shooting though, I don't know what to say about that. He has been all over the place with that. That really has me nervous. I mean, how in the hell do you play 40 minutes and you put up 4 points? A little scary. So maybe consider the RA as well. But the PRA and the RA, I think, would be my two shots. I can't trust the dude scoring. I cannot do it. And if it's going to be adjusted lines, I can't do it.
Ring Girl says it's risky. I'll just wait and see what happens with Vlad. I think that's smart. Definitely can't play Wolf if Vlad's in, I would think.
Who's their backup? Let's see. Is it Shedder? Sam Walters? Let's see. It'll probably be Shedder's 6'8", 230.
Cheddar Bob?
Not a defender. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll see about that, because that's definitely going to shake up at least the offensive look. I mean, it's going to make this team way worse inside the paint, that's for sure.
Okay. Sounds good. Appreciate the questions and the comments. If you guys got any other ones, throw them in there. And if you haven't hit the like yet, hit the like. That'd be wonderful. We're at 16.
Big Eric was asking me a follow-up question real fast. So, yes. Ooh, and they added more props. Okay, here we go.
Look at this guy. You can tell he gets excited
All right,
when he starts doing that thing with his chin. It goes like this. Ooh, let me look at this.
Yeah. That's the wisdom right there.
Yep.
All right, so we got two major pieces of news tonight. One, AT is possibly out for the remainder of this Unrivaled League season. She had a really nasty, it was either ankle or foot injury this last game, and she should be ruled out. I believe she's all but ruled out already, but they have no bigs. This team is depleted on people. They went down to 4 players and actually had to sign Natisha Heidemann, who was just signed on a different team. So she's getting passed up on another team now. She'll be joining the Laces. But the Laces have no bigs at all. It was literally AT who basically played the entire game, and then Steph Dolson, and that's about it. So Steph Dolson going to be in line, who was already playing, 30 minutes basically in these Twin Tower matchups. Like we had that spectacular read on her under when I said they were going to go small, and she only played like 12 minutes or something. But now she's going to play all the minutes she can absolutely handle. I'm expecting another at least 30-minute game. No bigs, no backups. And Angel Reese has been one of the worst inside paint present defender in the Unrivaled League so far. Just getting exposed left and right. I love me some Reese Poo, but man, she's got to learn how to play some defense. So I think that bodes really well for her. And again, the fact that AT is going to be out is pretty huge. So we should see her, another 8 to 10 at least field goal attempts. But I think we could also muster up a little bit extra with AT being out. That kind of leaves about a 10 to 12 field goal attempt range. So the minutes, the fact that her line's still the same as it's been basically all season, I like that. Kind of surprised that she actually hasn't bumped when they decided to bump Kate Martin. She was at 10.5 as well, who I think is also warrants a play. One of these two players should definitely get there, if not both of them, but they have no bigs, so I'm going to go with the personnel in Steph Dolson, 10.5.
Okay, but hey, let me stop you with that real quick, because I'm noticing when you talk about these plays and how you got excited about them adding props. I know that you know WNBA so well, and then you watch this. I would assume that there's pretty good value in here, and I know earlier today you were like, play Ryan at 17.5, put it with Dolson. So I was just gonna throw out the idea of, when we do the list, man, you should throw these plays on there, because they're probably, I'm just asking actually, is in your mind these plays just as good as Yates? Because it feels like it probably would be, as far as winning, you know?
I mean, yeah, yes and no. Yes, it feels like that's what everything on paper is leading towards, as far as like personnel and just limited options that they have. Like, they have to play her. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have to play her. The only thing is we don't have that more in-depth research, or we don't have that in-depth data to back it up, you know. Whereas Yates, he's been very, very consistent with at least the last 10 games of him starting. Dolson, you know, or Ryan Howard, who we'll talk about in a second. A little bit up and down. Plus, you know, this is just kind of a brand new thing all in its own right. So I like it. I mean, I'm not even going to BS you guys. You know, is it on the same ebb and flow that we've been on college basketball? I don't know. It's too young in the season to really, kind of determine that right now. But I like it, man. And I mean, the fact that we were able to get Ryan Howard at 17.5, which I think Underdog finally just now is going to adjust her. But yeah, so we scooped her up. I'm assuming she's going to get bumped when she comes back. Another player that I think is a very strong candidate tonight to see a lot of action is going to be Ray Burrell. So the other big piece of news that we got today is apparently they're just not going to remove her, but Dearica Hamby is out tonight. She's not playing with the team. So that's going to free up a lot of backups for both of these players. Now, Aaliyah Boston being at 8.5 is extremely low. I think she can get there. She's going to end up playing quite a few minutes, but the only thing is she's going up against Nafisa Collier, who is, defensive MVP in the league, best player as far as inside the paint, and not really sure how that's going to work out, to be honest. So I think the forwards and the guards are going to pick up a lot more usage overall. This 8.5 is probably in play, but I really just don't know, honestly, how she's going to fare against Collier. She can go out and pick up fouls too, and then just be, sitting early. But Ray Burrell, she's been really good in some 3v3, and the only thing that she's lacking is the minutes. So same thing for her and Kate Martin. They're phenomenal in 3-on-3. They just don't get any minutes, like single-digit minutes. So maybe the fact that Hamby is out tonight could actually free up a lot more for her as far as like playtime and just getting on the court. But Hamby was shooting the ball 12 and 15 times, so that's a massive void to fill. Ryan initially was, I think, our favorite lean just because she's so proven. She's the queen of 3v3, like absolute monster.
Eric said that she's back up. And then Denim Ragan says, would you take Wesley Yates at 12.5 points? I know we've talked about that a few times. If you can get his 15.5 PRA now is the play. If you missed the 11.5 points.
Yeah, if you can get the PRA, that would definitely be more ideal. The only 12.5 points was what that Underdog little extra payout bump they were given.
No, that was Curtis, I think, right? Wasn't it?
Oh yeah, yep, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. Which, if you guys have any boosts or something like that, this 0.71 for 9.5, that's pretty crazy. He should be a 0.6 something. All right. So Ryan came back. She, as you can see, still wildly different lines from the 20.5. This should be more correct. As I mentioned, with the shot volume of Hamby being out now is going to be pretty massive. I love Ryan Howard, man. She had a phenomenal first game. She had a very modest, I think, 14 points in this most recent game. But now with that shot volume going up, she's playing the minutes, so I like it. And I got to shout out Ray Burrell for this 10.5 too. I think this is a sneaky solid B option play.
Ray Burrell, huh? Okay. Good for Ray Burrell. Balling out now. We always saw glimpses of it in WNBA, but 3-on-3, I guess she shines.
Bro,
Huh?
the forwards are so good in 3-on-3. Like that's the main scoring spot typically.
Cool.
I mean, just think about, Rickea Jackson. She plays a lot similar ball to her, and she has a year more experience plus overseas stuff.
Has Rickea been balling?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she has? Okay, that's cool. She's always been good. She came in and balled out freshman, rookie year. So I would think she's only going to get better.
All right. Well, I think that was about it for the plays today. Again, make sure you get this Yates 15.5 before you bumps up. It is a night game, so this will for sure not be here later.
There it is. Sounds good to me. Small slate, still a few fun plays. Don't play too big, and we'll be back with more plays tomorrow. Tomorrow should be really good. A bunch of good games tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a massive slate, so do tune in for our daytime stream again tomorrow. We'll be back here at the same time. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already on the way out, hit that like and subscribe button. We are almost to 1K. Super excited. Can't wait to hit that. And we are going to be back tomorrow, fresh again. Taco Tuesday, drinks, margaritas, and some parlays. How about that?
That's great, but don't play the tacos on PrizePicks because PrizePicks can suck a dick. Thank you.
Yeah, well, 1 of 3 last week. I'm not too happy about that.
PrizePicks sucks regardless. Just ban that shit already. Ban it like TikTok. Get it out of here.
Yeah,
Bro, every podcast I check these days, they're sponsored by PrizePicks. And not just little, not at all little ones. Big, huge podcasts. Like, it's every fucking where. Ugh. Makes me sick, too, every time. I'm like, no, not you. Yeah, go to PrizePicks. I'm like, fuck, man. You don't know how shitty they are. They're just paying you. This sucks. They can't lose with all these stars now. Anyways, watch this. I digress. How'd that work?
Yeah, that's right on cue.
All right. Let's get you out of here then.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We appreciate it. Y'all have a great evening. Good luck tonight. And we'll catch y'all back here tomorrow. Peace.